want to reinforce the open space interest. As you may know, I served on the open space subcommittee last year, so I spent quite a bit of time looking at existing space, both and potential space, but also we kind of evolved to being very concerned about just the condition of the current space, as you just said, Mayor. But that extends not just across the way here, but to Glenhurst, which we walked, my wife and my son and I walked it last fall. We literally had to hack our way down what's supposed to be a major trail, and setting aside that much of it's wet, even in dry conditions. So there's a lot that really needs to be done. So I applaud the idea of the open space, pursuing the larger open space tax, because those are wonderful facilities that we have, really fantastic properties. But as a longtime resident, I've almost never used them because there's no promotion. What little limited maps exist are out of date, and so the master plan. I know that's not the master plan's remit, but the master plan can certainly frame up taking advantage of the resources that we have and expanding. And I applaud.
An environmental center like Moorcraft or Potty.
Yes, indeed.
You can have the trails available for people to come and get and see.
Exactly. And yeah, exactly. And I do applaud Mr. Chadwick's suggestion of the connecting the Toll Brothers property to the to Wagner Farm, and to those trails, because the Wagner Farm trails abut Glenhurst, and if those trails were all usable and connected, that would indeed be quite a complex. And it's not that far either into East County Park.
Sawmill, you could get to East County too, couldn't you?
Yes, pretty much.
There's Garofalo Woods there that will connect to the Toll Brothers property, right?
Right, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you're correct. The other way on Sawmill, and you're at East County Park. And by the way, a very long, a visionary part of the county's plan for bike and walking trails, connected much of what we just talked about into East County Park. So it is consistent with what the county's put out there
Well,
too.
the county also put most of their main trails on the county roadways, which that's why I addressed. I said you really can't make roadside sidewalk trails, or you're going to wipe out one side of that road in terms of residential privacy, and it'll never happen. You'll have such a battle on your hands, it'll just abandon it.
So seeing a map that we could post on the master plan website too would help us
Yeah,
link what was possible.
Right.
Does open space get involved with trails, in your opinion? Are you still on the committee?
Well, the committee does not exist at the moment,
Okay.
which, needs to be fixed, in my opinion.
Okay.
And there are several of us who were on the committee who are anxious to get back involved, including, helping with the maintenance. Because our view is there's lots of opportunities to get volunteers, to help. We got kind of discouraged when we talked to Doug at DPW about that. I don't know whether it was for liability or other reasons, but I'm sure that can be solved. But clearly, there's a lot that should be done, can be done, a lot of opportunities. So, and then I'll just, to the second topic on, empty office space, empty professional space. I do think the master plan should, at least have a directional statement about encouraging use of those underutilized properties for future residential use, because that's where the world's going, we all know that. And certainly,
Whether we like it or not.
whether we like it or not, exactly.
And to repurpose something is so much better than knocking it down.
Oh, absolutely. And most of the buildings we're talking about, with the possible exception of some at 33, aren't huge either, right? So we're not talking about eyesores or concentrated tons of development in one spot. But But anyway, I just think that's just directionally something that the master plan should put a marker down